Adam, do these so-called scholars replace the Quran with Hadith?
Pick any scholar you want, Omar. They all do it. It's called abrogation or replacing, or simply overriding the Quran with Hadith. Just listen to this nonsense.
Does the Sunnah abrogate the Quran or not? Yes, according to the majority of scholars, contrary to Imam al-Shafi'i, may Allah have mercy on him. The majority of scholars disagree with al-Shafi'i on this and say that the Sunnah can abrogate the Quran.
Does the Quran get abrogated by the Sunnah? Yes. Let me clarify. If the Sunnah is mutawatir, can it abrogate the Book of Allah, the Exalted? Yes, even if it is not mutawatir.
This is an example of the permissibility of abrogating the Quran by the Sunnah, a hadith that abrogates a verse.
Can the Sunnah abrogate something from the Quran? Yes, according to some scholars, the Quran can abrogate the Sunnah, and the Sunnah can abrogate the Quran.
For us, there is no difference between the abrogation of the Sunnah by the Quran or the abrogation of the Quran by the Sunnah, because both lead to the same issue, which is revelation.
That the copies exist in the book and in the Sunnah, and this is what we believe in and what we must hold.
This guy takes it a bit further. He claims if we had a choice between the Quran or Hadith, he would prefer to have Hadith over the Quran.
If it was said that the Sunnah could replace the Quran, he said no, that would be closer to the truth, and I do not say it is true.
If you did not know, now you know, and you have been warned. Abrogating the Quran with Hadith is shirk, clear as day.
As you always tell me, Adam, follow the Quran, not scholars. But who else does this?
Every single Sunni and Shia scholar. Name one, and they do it. Uthman al-Khamis, Ibn Uthaymeen, Ibn Baz, al-Fawzan, Mufti Menk, Omar Suleiman, Asim al-Hakim, whether famous or not, Arabic-speaking or English-speaking, they all put Hadith above the Quran. If you want to know if the scholar you follow abrogate the Quran with Hadith, it's quite simple. If they believe in stoning as punishment for adultery, then they abrogate the Quran with Hadith. If they say a Muslim cannot have a will, then they abrogate the Quran with Hadith. If they tell you kill whomever leaves the faith of Islam, then they abrogate the Quran with Hadith. In fact, if they tell you anything that contradicts the Quran, then they do abrogate the Quran with Hadith.
So they are making Hadith equal to the Quran?
No, Omar, they are making Hadith above the Quran, not its equal. Sunnis do it, Shia do it, and almost every other sect does it. If this isn't shirk, then what is? Allah said in chapter 28, verse 27, "And recite what has been revealed to you of the book of your Lord. None can change his words, and you will never find a refuge besides him."
But these people represent the majority of Muslim scholars. Could they all be wrong?
Don't be surprised, Omar. Allah said in chapter 6, verse 116, that most people will mislead you. And if you obey most of those upon the earth, they will mislead you from the way of Allah. They follow nothing but assumption, and they do nothing but lie. And come judgment day, they will say, what's in chapter 14, verse 21? And they will all appear before Allah. Then the weak will say to those who were arrogant, indeed we were your followers, so can you spare us from the punishment of Allah in any way? They will say, if Allah had guided us, we would have guided you. It is all the same for us whether we despair or endure. There is no escape for us. Just to be clear, let's explain abrogation, which is mentioned in the Quran in chapter 2, verse 106. We do not abrogate a verse or cause it to be forgotten, except that we bring something better than it or similar to it. Do you not know that Allah is over all things competent? I cannot explain abrogation better than this person. He is Muhammad al-Messer.
Whatever verse we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, we bring a better one or similar to it. If the dear brother refers back to the verse in Surah Al-Baqarah and finds what is before and after it concerning the messages, what does it mean? It means that our Lord sent messengers and each messenger abrogates the previous law. Those who disbelieve from among the people of the book and the polytheists do not wish that any good should be sent down to you from your Lord, but Allah chooses for His mercy whom He wills. So the Islamic law abrogated the law of Moses, and likewise the law of Moses abrogated the previous law. Here, the intended meaning of the verse is the miracle and the message, that each message abrogates what preceded it.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed discovering the real Islam and found the information helpful.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can continue learning more about Islam directly from the Quran.